Hello guys and gals to this video on TTP, Tactical Team Play. Tactical Team Play is a game I develop right now, or I developed to this point version 085, where you can give your miniatures wargame the flavor of the modern era and can modify the game with game styles, scenarios, optional rules and a character development to play the game you want to play without any political problems, cause the twist is about airsoft and games, PC games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and stuff like this. No miniature leave the gaming board as casualty. All the guys do is hit, take on the death rack, walk back to the spawn and take part in the next round of gaming. If this is something for you, just support the Kickstarter. The rule set is right now just only on German, but I want to translate it in English in the later steps. And check out this video where I tell you about the game, how it's working right now, and how all the mechanics work together. So, if you're ready, let's play some airsoft!
So guys, in order to play Tactical Team Play, you need of course a nice scenery and some miniatures, as well as 6-sided dice, so D6. I would highly recommend 3 different types of dice. One is colored for the to hit rolls, or better to say 2 of those. One color is the modification for to be hit, and the other one is the death rack. In the future there will be STL files to print your own markers and death racks and stuff like this. That would be dependent on the stretch goals of the Kickstarter campaign. As well, you need a tape measure with the centimeters and your rules. Right now I got the whole rule set with all the stuff of character creation, the necessary stats, the replica list, the gaming board and all the terrain features with all the different special rules, some game modes and optional rules like weather or breaking down replicas, and some pieces to copy those for your character cards. All our miniatures on the table will get the standard profile of Mad Eagle with a movement of 5, an agility of 5, to hit on 6 and a strength value of 3. Each miniature got a rifle replica, and there are only 2 miniatures to show you some different replicas. This is the United States Marine in the building up there. He got a sniper rifle, and on the lower hand there is an SMG from the Hogs of War team. All these weapon replicas got some modifications on them, so there are mock silencers, there are scopes and stuff like this, and everything of those mods you can unlock while creating your character will get some special rules and stats or modify your replica. In the base CQB version of the rule set there is only pistols and SMGs, or better to say a small amount of pistols and SMGs, and not even a modifier or modification to be plugged on. But you can do many things like bipods, gearbox upgrades and stuff like this to get your miniature the way you want to play it. So both teams got 4 characters, the Hogs of War and the United States Marine Corps Reenactor team. You need to roll a d6 for each team. For initiative, the lowest number will start. Hogs of War got a 6 and the USMC got a 3, so they will start. The first thing is you need to declare if you activate one or two of your characters, and each of the character get 3 actions. And you can perform them in an order you like. So for example, one character can go up to a wall, the second can go to him. The first character can do an action of support to help the other one moving across the wall without an agility check. Then the second character moves across the wall. The first character will run away to cover, and the second character will move forward or do a snapshot or stuff like this. So this is a tactical thing you need to keep in mind while activating your character or your characters. The United States Marine Corps will activate the Marine back there at the river and the sniper on top of the building. This one on the river side needs to keep in mind that the stones are slippery while running over them, so he may prefer to just walk. We start with a guy at the river, and he got 3 options of movement. He could just plainly walk his 5 centimeters. He could sneak up the half of the stat, so 2.5 centimeters. This would give him a benefit when he shoots and would give him a cover bonus if someone shoots at him. Or he could run double amount of the base stats of movement. So he just needs 2 actions of 5 centimeters movement each, and then while he had passed the river, he will run up the 10 centimeters to the fence, and I apply a die with a 2 facing up to indicate this has been a run action, the last action he done, and he will be hit -2 if someone will shoot at him. Next up, the sniper can do several things. He could move, he could aim, so take an aim action, or he can shoot. The first thing he needs to do is crouch in front of the building to get a better shot while crouching. This would be indicated with a D6 with a 1 facing up and would be hit less. So the next action is a take aim, or just take your time, because each action will be something like 5 to 20 seconds in an airsoft game. So he takes his time, calibrate the shot, and take a better shot. And the third action would be the shot to hit this guy behind the rock. So we need to measure the distance right now, because there's no pre-measuring, and with roughly about 53 centimeters, it's in effective range of the sniper rifle. So we need to calculate the to-hit roll. This would be a base value of 6. He had sneaked up, it's 1, and he took a aim action. And due to this being a precision weapon, that gets +1 to an aiming action, and he got a scope that also applies another +1. It's up to a 10 and below on 2d6. But the guys behind this scenery piece of a rock, so maybe heavy terrain, I will reduce this by 2, so it's 8. 8 and underneath, and he would be hit. This is a 6, so the guy just raises his arm, call a hit, and puts on his death rack. This would be indicated by a different colored die with a 6 facing up, but I guess my cat's eating my dice and I couldn't find more than those bony colored ones. So this is the USMC's activations, and the Hogs of War will activate the far right guy, and the people of color with the raised rifle. The first one will walk up to the fence. He got a special scope that gives him +1 to his shooting action after he walked. So the thing he needs to do is shooting on the sniper rifle guy. So it's 47 centimeters, so this is effective range, base value of 6, a special scope rule of 1 while walking. This would be reduced by the crouch of the sniper, so it is 6 and below. And with a 3, the sniper is hit. He raises his arm, calls hit, takes on his death rack, and this would be indicated by a dice. So the guys that got their death rack would be moved to the spawn point in the next activation they could take part of, but in this demo game there is no spawn point, so they won't move there. Then he crouches underneath the trees behind the fence, so he would be hit less in the future. The other guy crouches up to the small bush. Then he takes aim on the United States Marine guy behind the swamp area and takes a shot. So base value of 6, then crouched and to take aim is 2. There is no interfering terrain and it is 8. With a 9, the USMC is not hit and he could take a evade on a d6 with a 6. He could move his base movement value to the next cover in this direction. So the Hogs of War are done and the United States Marine Corps will strike back. And now it's a tactical thinking. Would he activate 1 or 2 guys, or what is the best option here? And the one behind the swamp will just move with a normal walk, that he don't get caught on the slippery surface, and then he runs 2 times behind the rock wall. The 2 will be applied for the modifier. The Hogs of War will move the guy with the death rack from the board to the spawn point, and the other one will be activated too. So the crouching Hog of War will walk around the rock, its base value of 5 centimeters, and he will take a shot at the one he sees roughly behind the wall there. So with a base value of 6 and a special scope with move +1, he will add 1. And the guy is crouching behind a rock wall, so a medium terrain piece. He will need to roll a 5 and below. With an 8, this is not a hit, and the guy could not evade with a 6. So this guy is the only one that will be activated right now. He will crouch a bit to the right, so you can see him better. And he got a scope on his rifle, so it is crouching, it is aiming, and it is shooting. So this is a base value of 6, crouched +1, aiming with a scope +2, so it is 8, no modifier. It is a 6. So this guy will raise his arm, death rack, hit, and will move back to the spawn in the subsequent sequence. So this is a rough look on TTP Tactical Team Play. I hope you liked this so far. There is nothing like mission play here, no areas to defend, no bombs to be dismantled, no hostages to be rescued or stuff like this, no spawn mechanics, no medics, no infinite life pool or stuff like this. This would be all part of the main game, and maybe you want to support the Kickstarter to realize this game to be played on the tabletop.
So just some quick notes from my side to you. TTP is a game by me. There is no company involved, no nothing, only a alpha tester team of round about 12 people that supported me in reading the rules, telling me what doesn't make sense, and giving me a hand in a roughly 8 play sessions we did to get the miniatures on the board and to get a feel how all the interlocking mechanics work together. If you want to support this, go to Kickstarter in the bio and maybe you find a pledge there. Just watch out, the main body of the Kickstarter is in German right now, but down below there is an English translation for you, and I want to push the English translation in the future so that you can play the game stuff we do here in Germany. So there is much to do, many more replicas to be written, and maybe some special twists on not just Team Red and Team Blue, this more of an Eastern Russian style or the Western powers. There could be Chinese, there could be special Australian companies, replica or weapon companies. There could be a mil-sim add-on to give you the opportunity to play in World War I or II scenarios, or maybe some post-apocalyptic stuff like a Survivor, surviving the aftermath, zombie survivor, zombie mode with all these crazy, I got a hood and I got a skull mask and a big sniper rifle and I'm a lone ranger out in the wilds and I want to survive, like all this Fallout gist. All these things could be applied to TTP in the future, and I hope you like what you've seen here and support my project, cause it's something deep in my heart to have a own rule set in a softcover or hardcover physical version in my hands. This is something on my bucket list, and I hope you can make my dream real. So we see us in further videos, or maybe on the Kickstarter. Till then, I'm Dizzy. Keep on wargaming!